Hey, this is Dennis. It's Tuesday. I want to get back in the Bible study. I hope y'all had a good Memorial Day. We're in the book of Acts, chapter 28. We'll start with verse 1. And when they were escaped, and they knew that the island was called Melita, and the barbarous people showed us no little kindness. And I know from reading the King James that means that they showed them a whole lot of kindness. They were very kind. For they kindled a fire and received us every one because of the present rain and because of the cold. And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat. So a viper's a snake. It turns out a very poisonous snake. And so it came out from the heat of the wood and fastened on his hand. The viper bit Paul on his hand. And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand, they said among themselves, "No doubt this man is a murderer, whom though he escaped to sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live." So there's like, sure, this got to be a bad guy. He's a murderer. He done something because we know this snake's getting ready to kill him. And he shook off the beast into the fire and felt no harm. Howbeit they looked when he should have swollen and fallen down dead suddenly. So they were watching him. And they're thinking he's getting ready to fall down dead any time now. He's going to swell up and just fall over dead. And I'm glad it mentions here suddenly. I know when I was in the Army over in Hawaii, we went over to New Zealand, trained with the New Zealand Australian Army. And some of those Australian soldiers, they were telling me that in Australia, there was a snake that was so venomous, they nicknamed it the two-step. Because he bit you, you took 2 steps and you died. But after they had looked a great while and saw no harm came to him, they changed their minds and said that he was a god. In the same quarters were possessions of the chiefmen of the island, whose name was Publius, who received us and lodged us 3 days courteously. And it came to pass that the father of Publius lay sick of a fever and of a bloody flux. And I looked that up. Bloody flux used to be the name for dysentery, where you would get, I guess, a bacteria or something in your stomach, and you'd run a high fever, and you'd have a bloody stool. To whom Paul entered in and prayed and laid his hands on him and healed him. And when this was done, others also which had diseases in the island came and were healed, who also humored us with many humors. And when we departed, they laden us with such things as were necessary. They helped them with provisions on the trip. Alrighty, I'm going to close there, but I'm going to come back and tell you a story I consider it to be a miracle, where I was bitten with something very poisonous one night down here on the other side of the dam in the swamp. Alrighty, God bless y'all.